Stand by, rolling, and action. As a director, most of my work has to be done in advance. I've learned this through this 5-man team process that I can't spend a lot of time, tinkering with or playing with the scene on the set. I've got to do that in advance, in a rehearsal. And in the moment of the scene, I put 99% of my eye and my brain in the lens. I'm directing to a certain extent while I'm filming, while I'm lensing, but I'm also looking to be engaged at that moment, to be curious, to actively tell the story through the lens.
I think the strategy going into the first 5 days of filming in the warehouse was that we were going to start at point A and we were going to end at point Z. There was a linear structure for it that I liked because it sort of resembled what theater is like. In that time that we had there, Graham sort of set it up that we were in motion from the beginning, and we got to sort of feel what was going on as brothers in that environment, as roommates with dice, what have you. And so it was nice to have that in my head, like, oh, now we're going to this point, now we're going to this point, now we're going to this point. I knew what it was all building to.
At the time, I probably would have preferred that it wasn't so stressful, but looking back, looking at the finished piece, I think it actually helped really involve ourselves in that atmosphere, because that was supposed to be a stressful environment. It was a tense environment.
Strategically, it was going to be difficult, but with a lot of the amenities that we wouldn't have later on. Like we had a place where there was food, we had hot coffee, we had bathrooms, we had a place for makeup artists. We had those things, but then we also had 18-hour days where we were really pushing it.
So it felt like we were living in the moment in this hellish world for those 5 days. And since it was so condensed, there wasn't any room to think like, oh, well, I'm worried, or oh, what would be going on here. It was just sort of go, 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 go. The warehouse was a really cool place. In the first day when you walk in, you're like, oh, this is an amazing place. There's so much here. And then by the second day, you're like, I hate this place.
If we were in there, we were working and we were in the heat of the moment.
There was a real sense of relief and release and pleasure once they were done. Because I felt like we had accomplished something. I felt like we were working towards that point. And that was the nice element of it. By the end of it, on the 5th day, I was ready to just collapse and die.
The idea was to build up, and then at the end, walk away and never come back to that spot. So we could just kind of purge ourselves of those feelings and let the rest of the experience be something different.
So this is my area. I got a lot of people who know me here. Well, I can't say I'm proud of what I do, but it's better than robbing a bank or, killing for money, right? It's a long story.
I just wanted to see you. You're all I really got.
It's a bad idea, Abel. I got my shit, my work, and I'm busy.
Is he okay?
He's fine.
Dr. Lowe stopped by. Been worried about you.
Worry not, my friend. I was just out earning my keep.
She says you quit.
Yep.
I want to pay for rehab.
I'll pay my own way.
This isn't terminal. You can beat this.
How old is this?
It's 500. So you stay here and you're a dead man, you know that?
But I can't just leave now.
Yeah. You can. And you will.
Where's Sky?
I don't know.
Sky!
Like I said.
Sky!
No names. No info to anyone about anything. You keep your mouth shut. All right? Stay low and out of trouble.
Why are you always trying to sabotage your life and